Hello, 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 hello. Sorry I'm late. I had things to do, but here I am. Had to very quickly, had to very quickly do kitty litter, but I'm here. Hello, hello, hello to you. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm here now. Gosh, we got over 11 of you on here. Sapper, I've not fallen asleep. Hello, Sapper. Hello to Mika, Tasso, Heidi, Kaz. Hello, hello to you. Hello, Heidi. It's good to see you too, Sapper. And a fantastic live stream you did. I know, Kaz, yes. And I'm a little tired. I didn't fall asleep, but I was. Not only did I have kitty litter, which took me so long, but I was making a video. Well, making as in editing a video, which took a long time, but it took me longer than I expected. But I'm here now. I'm certainly here now. But I have really had quite a long day. Yes, I really have. Heather! Hello to Heather in Canada. Yes, I would never say hello without giving you a big hug as well. Spend my life in your kitty litter room. Oh gosh. But Sapper, well done on the live stream you did on Sunday. But I'm just so sorry about your technical issues you were facing on Saturday with your internet connectivity. But I'm happy to see that your internet connectivity is better now. I'm certainly by and large happy seeing it's much better now. Thank you, Tasso. Thank you for your friendliness towards Heather. Thank you. It's much better. I'm so happy hearing this, Sapper. I'm certainly happy hearing this. And well done on hitting nearly 470 subscribers, Sapper. Well done on your well done on your subscriber milestone. Sorry about my lateness, as I had things to do, but I'm here now. I'm by and large here now. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for your friendliness towards Sapper himself. Last time I checked, you were 2 subscribers short of 470, Sapper. 2 subscribers short of 470. So you're about 300 subs short, over 30 subs short of 500 subscribers, and well over 500 subscribers short of 1K. But you really, Sapper, you by and large, well and truly deserve well over 1K subs. I mean, I would say that without questioning ground of doubt. You deserve far more than 1K subs. No, and I love Heather Sapper, I really do. No, she's always wonderful, and we're all happy to lend your support to you, and you are. Harriet, you're in. And there you are now, starting up the boob gate saga. And then there's settee gate. That was a new thing, settee gate. Well, because like I said to you before, come along now, Harriet. Come along. Let's cuddle up on the settee together as Shepard or anybody's going live. Come along, cuddle up with myself or Heather, as we'll happily protect you whilst we watch a nice special live together and all that. Sorry if it was too much when saying all of this. Hello to Susan. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather, Harriet, and I, we both have something in common. Both of us loved and looked up to our late grandfathers when we were children, and in certain other parts of our misspent youths. Hello to lovely Susan Elkin. Hello to you indeed. No, but I'm sure Heather wouldn't mind. Harriet, if you cuddled up to her on the settee to watch a nice live stream or an interesting television documentary or movie, etc., or an interesting cartoon feature film that might appeal to your interests and all that, you know. I mean, I would certainly always protect you. Sapper would always protect you if you cuddled up with us on the settee together, and Heather would almost likely protect you. But really, Heather, you loved your dear grandfather as well, and he bought you your first car. Oh, how generous! How generous of him to have done so. How very generous. No, how very generous. No, really, how very generous of your late grandfather to have done that for you, Heather. How very generous indeed. I mean, something did or didn't tell me that you were very close to your late grandfather, because didn't you go fishing with him in your lifetime? Or at one point in your childhood, sorry, that was wrong question. Yes. Don't worry, Harriet. You'd be well protected if you cuddled up with Heather. You'd be well protected by her, don't you worry. Heather's very loving, to tell you all things, Harriet, and people needn't fear being around Heather. I'm sure her friends who know her personally would probably tell you the same sort of thing. There we are. I think I've sat up better now. And one thing you said earlier on, Heather, I too very much enjoy the musical content Zappa did. Some of it can be a bit naughty with language, but that's what makes it very, very funny and worth listening to. Especially the naughty Bagpuss spoof and all. Honestly, the Bagpuss spoof is just fantastic. Having watched Bagpuss as a child, um, hearing the spoof is just. I could never have imagined hearing this in my childhood. I don't think I would have been allowed if that was around in my childhood, this Bagpuss spoof. But Bagpuss, the Bagpuss spoof, I could just listen to it any time. Probably may not be appealing to yourself, Heather, but I couldn't listen to it all the time. But every time I listen to it, I get a laugh. I really do. But even though some of the songs can contain rude or foul language, some of Zappa's songs, strong language, which may be unsuitable for younger viewers, it's worth the comedy. That's what creates the comedy Zappa generally intends and always strives to provide, and all that. Sorry, what? No, but for those of you who are interested in the naughty Bagpuss spoof, I've just put a link to it. Very, very funny. Really, he was a tall, bald, very slim grandfather. Really, well, I mean, I'm a small thing as well. taking into account 154 pounds of weight. But really, he was slim. My late grandfather Edmund, he was partially bald. He was bald, not completely bald, but he was partially bald. My Edmund, and he was beyond slim. He was very petite. He was very petite for size. My Edmund, probably nothing more than about 126 pounds, something like that. In his before he got into his 70s, that was. But unlike your grandfather, who was tall, he was short. Edmund was short, on the other hand. He was the opposite of tall. But very interesting learning about him. Very, very interesting learning about him. He was the only grandparent you had? Oh, Heather. Really? That was your only grandparent? Oh, he took you on your first plane ride and a deep sea fishing trip. Wow. Honestly, I didn't know it was deep sea fishing you did. I honestly would have thought it was river fishing. When I first learned about the fishing times yourself and your late grandfather had, Heather, I would have thought it was just river fishing. I never could have thought it was deep sea fishing. But very interesting learning of this. Neither of my grandfathers were tall. Heather just say, unlike your grandfather who was tall, bald, and very slim, neither of my grandfathers were tall. My mother's father was my height, 5'8". He was my height, but Edmund, on the other hand, he was short. He was a short man. Like David Scott, he was a short man, to tell you all things, because David's only 5'4.5". So you're talking quite a short man. But like you said, all good things come in small packages, and it's a fantastic philosophy for one to retain. You did river as well, but the big trip was Bermuda. Deep sea fishing, so many great memories. I can imagine. I can imagine. Harriet, we're twins. I just finished cleaning the litter too. You know what that means, poop gate. Hello to Deborah. Hello, hello to you. Well, Harriet, have you now instigated another gate? Litter gate? Caught a shark and even cook. Oh, wow. Extreme. Very, very, very extreme. But gosh, what that is something. Caught a shark and cooked it. Must have been a huge shark you caught. Would have been a lot of shark to cook it up and all that. Well, though he may have been slim, like you said, your grandfather, he obviously was a very strong man. If he could catch a shark, kill it up, and cook it, he obviously had to have been very strong in every way, almighty. Hello to our lovely Deborah Coleman. I would never say hello without giving you a big hug. I would never say hello without giving you a big hug. Oh, Heather, you've got a question from lovely Susan. Sorry, sorry. Tastes like steak. Wow. Shark tastes almost like steak or comparable to steak. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Don't think I could imagine eating a shark. Like shark meat. Oh, apparently one can still buy shark meat and all that. No, I know you don't eat a lot of meat, Heather. I know that. I know you mostly eat fish. And didn't you say you eat turkey as well as chicken? Because I remember you cooked up a turkey one Thanksgiving. But other meats I know you don't eat. You had a long conversation with Heidi last night. She had the bug. Oh no. Heidi had a bug. Oh, how awful. But she sends love. Much love to Heidi. Much love to lovely Heidi. Everything you cook has a comparable taste to rubbish. Ask Willa. Turkey and fish and chicken or fish. Yes, no, I would have thought so. Yeah, because that wouldn't be red meat. No, because I remember you had to give up red meat post sepsis ordeal, as I remember you saying before. You missed a regular meal of veg and two meat, of meat and two veg. Harriet, I think that's something I'd probably advise against. A regular meal of meat and two veg. I would probably, personally speaking, I would advise against something like that. I would probably recommend more fish than meat, in my opinion, that is. But there we are. You cooked cauliflower tonight. How lovely! How lovely learning this. You know I do love a cauliflower. I think that what's kept me in good nick for health, Heather, I think it's my love for cauliflower and other vegetables. That's generally kept me in good nick. You roasted it with olive oil and herbs. I could truly imagine. I'd believe that. I'd believe that. Depends on the quality of the meat and two veg. Oh, hello to lovely little Cheyenne. Love to the little Cheyenne. Much love to the little girl, Cheyenne, indeed. But which meat is it that you generally enjoy eating every day, Harriet? Because personally speaking, I would advise against eating meat every day. I mean, not even I. I mean, I couldn't even eat meat every day. It would give me poor guts if I did that. No, it was the more meat I ate, the older I got, the more it had gut effect. Everybody's body is going to react differently to food, inevitably, without questioned doubt on that fact of the matter. Hello to Life Happens. YouTube didn't notify you on your live. I was actually late because I had things to do, which unexpectedly took my time. But uh, but I'm here now. I'm here now. It's lovely to see you indeed, Life Happens. Favorite pudding? I quite like lemon sorbet ice cream, Harriet. That's probably got to be my favorite pudding, lemon sorbet ice cream. You mostly I'm the same. Deborah, I'm exactly the same. I mostly eat more vegetables than meats. I eat more fish. I do eat quite a bit of fish, though. I mostly have a fruit, veg, and fish diet most of the time, Deborah, to tell you all things. That's what my diet mostly consists of. You love gelato. Heather, I thought you were gluten free. You don't eat much dairy either, though I sort of limit my dairy intake as well. I mean, I do eat dairy. You never eat pudding. Why is that, Harriet? Is it a taste of the pudding? Oh, gelato's gluten free. Oh no, now I know what you mean. Yes, I mean, does it give you bad guts? Eating pudding, Harriet, if I may ask, does it give you bad guts? I mean, dairy. I do like a milk on a fairly weekly basis, but I am careful as to how much I have. Dairy milk, that is. You don't like anything sweet? All, nothing. Really? I didn't know that, Harriet. Oh, it's pronounced Aoifa. 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 Oh, hello, Aoifa. Nice to see you, Aoifa. Too much gelato still can get your tummy, I could imagine. No, because like you said, you're generally on a fairly strict diet, Heather, and my diet's fairly strict when it comes to f- f- um, fruit, vegetables, and fish, as it mostly consists. The only meat I eat more of is chicken, and that's it. No, I can stomach chicken slightly more often. I can stomach meat, but the more of it I have, the more it can hurt my guts. The more red meat or anything that's not anything that's not white meat or anything red and all that red meat, the more I have of it, Heather, the more it has an effect on my guts. Just to tell you all things, but yes, our diets are similar. Alfredo, hola, Alfredo, ¿cómo estás? Hello to Alfredo in Spain. You're in bits, and I'm so intolerant of so many elements such as dairy, lactose, lutein, and gluten. Haven't had a piece of fruit since 1986. Your best friend is convinced you have scurvy every time you get ill. You've not had any fruit since 1986. Bloody hell. That's a long time. But you don't like anything sweet, Harriet. Oh, interesting. Not everybody are keen on sweet things. No, sticky toffee pudding, I seldom have that. Yes, well said, Heather. You need to eat fruit. British sausages are the best. You love them. Is that what you have for breakfast every morning, or most mornings, Harriet? Sausage. I don't mind a sausage sometimes for breakfast, but I could never have it on a regular basis for breakfast. I really couldn't. Hello, howdy, howdy, Zev. Howdy, howdy. Hello, Jamaica. Howdy, howdy, our lovely Zev. I wouldn't say hello without giving you a big hug. But Harriet, sausages for breakfast, well, the more sausage I would have for breakfast, the more it could likely cause me to put on or gain far too much weight. I think I'd probably gain far too much weight if I had British sausage for breakfast every morning for breakfast. I mean, you don't eat breakfast unless in the countryside. Really, Harriet? You won't eat any breakfast unless in the countryside. Why's that? Don't you trust the supermarkets with what they sell for breakfast? Don't you trust them? Turkey sausage in Canada? I didn't know that. I really didn't know that, by and large, Heather. Thank you for telling me of this. British bacon is even better to die for. I have it sporadically, but I really couldn't have it all the time. I mean, I really, really couldn't have it all the time. Just sometimes. That's all. Ireland is no longer beautiful. Oh gosh, I didn't know that. I really didn't realize it was no longer beautiful. Your tummy just can't take the grease. The more grease I have, the more of an effect it has on me. When you're in the countryside, you have nothing better to do than make breakfast for the others in the house. Interesting. Interesting. Heidi, I too never realized that Ireland is no longer beautiful. If cereal-wise, cornflakes, but preferably I like porridge in the morning for breakfast. Porridge cooked up in hot water. Best way to start the morning. Porridge cooked up in hot water. They have a lot of turbines in Ireland. We got a lot of them in England too, turbines. And glass fast built modular homes for international folk. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. I've never had anything against international foreigners. You're not a breakfast eater, never have been. Best you can manage is breakfast, is biscuits and sausage gravy once in a while, French toast with bacon, blighting scenery. Yeah. There are turbines in the way that is blighting the scenery, without questioned doubt. Sorry, what's going on? Oh, Harriet, what is it you had to say? I'm just reading now. You need to get a life. You've never had a bowl of porridge or watched Dirty Dancing. Two more things to add to your bucket list. Harriet, if you have porridge for breakfast, you would never regret it. I'm only speaking from personal experience for myself, but I'm only speaking for myself, but for personal experiences, for porridge and all that. But if you're to have porridge one day, Harriet, I mean, I'll leave it for you to decide, but you would never regret having porridge in the morning if it's cooked up in hot water. Hello to Sebastian. Is this Sebastian Deborah Coleman's son? Hello to Sebastian. I'm quite well. I'm quite well, thank you. Your mother Deborah was on here a moment ago. No, I'm just so sorry about her bestie Heidi, who who's not so well, unfortunately. Hello to Eric Lapointe. Hello to Eric. This is Eric from Dave and Thumper, I take. Porridge is your comfort food. It's a good, honestly, it's a fantastic comfort food. No, really, it is, Heather. I mean, I have by and large found it's kept excess weight off whenever having a porridge. I think in order to maintain an 154 pound and 106 to 160 pound figure, only saying it from my experience, but it's not going to work with everybody, is a good porridge breakfast and mostly a fruit and vegetable and fish diet. No, and certainly, Harriet, I'd recommend certain fruit for you. Since you said you've not touched fruit since 1986, far too long since you've not had any fruit, well, try fruit again. As Heather would say, one needs fruit. Yes, but your son is a hand. Well, he's your boy, isn't he, Deborah? He's your big boy, who will always be your handsome boy, won't he? Like how my mother says that I look handsome and all that. I've even had friends saying I looked handsome, and I was on a live recently. I was making a live stream appearance recently with the Duchess of North Sussex, Duchess Blair, and some people one person, one or two, said that I looked as cute as any. I looked as cute as a button. Somebody said I looked cute as a button. That is astonishing. That is by and large astonishing. Sorry, wait a moment. You do have a lime in your G&T. Oh, that's all right. Never mind. Oh, thank you, Heather, for saying I'm handsome. Thank you. Yes, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. That doesn't, well, by and large, it doesn't count. You're right, Zev. We'd recommend you get back on the fruit, Harriet, since you've not had any fruit since 1986. I mean, and don't tell me you completely avoid vegetables, Harriet. Don't tell me you avoid vegetables and have just nothing but meat. Don't tell us that. Yes, you saw me on the live earlier. I am cute as a button. No, Duchess Blo Oh, she's a stunner. Oh, she's a real stunner. No, she really is by and large a real stunner, Duchess Blah. She's flawless every time you sit. Hello, Teddy. Hello. Saw you on Duchess Blur's live recently. You have become vain, have been treating yourself to acrylic nails of various lengths and gel polish of various pink shades from the palest to the more bright pink and having a ribbon incorporated. Interesting. Not only is Duchess Blur so gorgeous, Kaz, but one could never believe how old she is. Says to a lady who looks like 28, something like that. You do eat green veg only. I like my green veg. But I'm sure you have it with some nice fish or some nice veg, though, Harriet. You have had the Domestic Violence Awareness Ribbon, Sudden Infant Death Syndrome Awareness Ribbon, and next one will be the polycythemia rubra, a rare military-related cancer. She's older than you. No, I never could have thought she was older than you, Kaz. I never could have thought. Is this beetroot you're referring to, Heather? I have eaten beetroot. And do I dislike beetroot? No, but I have eaten it many times, beetroot. I've, I've eaten beetroot many times. Blair is stunning. Fiona is a real look at. Yes, no, no, Fiona is beautiful. You're 42 going on 73. Oh, I haven't heard of beets. Beetroot. I've heard of beetroot, Heather, but not just the singular beet. The beet vegetable, no, I only know of beetroot. That's the only one I know of. Interesting life happens. Interesting. You're 42, Kaz. Happy 42nd birthday. No, really, very many happy returns for turning 42. Fiona and Duchess Blair are beautiful inside and out. Out, yes, I completely agree with you, Terry. I certainly completely agree with you on that. You're beautiful too when you wear a paper bag over your head. No, I think you're attractive, Harriet. I think you're quite pretty and attractive when I saw what you looked like. I think so. You certainly wear very nice dresses and nice shoes and everything. No, I would assume you wear lots of lovely dresses, especially when seeing you wearing the lovely flowery dress you had on. And hello to Tom Gardner, who will always be a Tommy to all of us. 4 months to your 47th birthday, with only 20 minutes for a birthday. Interesting. Interesting. Your organ attending tomorrow. How interesting, Tom. How very interesting. Another PJ. Yes, Jody, it's another one. It is certainly another one, and I'm in bed. You see here? Under the covers in bed. Right under the covers in bed. PJ. Oh, Zeph, you are something. No, we all think of you as beautiful. Oh, gosh, wow. Wow, you're 12th of January, 1978. Gosh, wow. Oh, so you're nearly 47. Popping down to see Kevin Mears, man who is rebuilding yours, then going to the Amsterdam, to Amersham Fair Organ Museum. Is that the Buckinghamshire one, Tom? Is that the Buckinghamshire one? No, Jodie certainly is a wise woman indeed, Harriet. Indeed she is. No, Jodie's very good at protecting us. Much better on a private visit. Interesting. Interesting. Fruit and vegetable. Oh, Heather. Heather. You are the last person I could ever imagine instigating one of the gates. You are one of the you are one of the last people I could have ever imagined starting um one of the gates. Who have we got? Cheyenne Coleman. Hello, Cheyenne Coleman. Deborah's little girl is on board. Hello, Cheyenne. Now that's the first time we've had you on a live. Hello to Deborah's little girl, Cheyenne. Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you. You imagined an appearance 23 minutes before Friday the 13th, which your mother was asking me to make before she brought you into the world. Well, you wanted to get in on the. Well, you've obviously got Harriet going. Harriet really does get going with the gates. Harriet, Heather, no, she really does. No, but assuredly speaking, I did tell Harriet that people needn't fear you. I'm sure I don't know if I'm the only person who could have ever said this, but I mean, I don't know if I'm the only person who's ever said this to you, Heather, but I'm sure your friends would personally say that about you, that people needn't fear you. You're still surprised about how old I thought you was. No, I really could have thought you were an older man, Tom. No, I really could have thought that. Hello to X. Hello to you. Yes, I'm extremely well. X, well done for your years of service. Well done for all that you did when you served in the armed forces. Respect to you indeed, X. Much respect always. Hope I am well. Great videos recently. I've given you lots of ideas. No, I'm not. I would never fear you. Heather, I would never fear you. I'm just saying to Harriet that people needn't fear you, and I'm just conclusively assumed that your friends would personally say the same thing, that people needn't fear you. No, I know, Heather. I know you believe in being kind and loving. I mean, I'm just saying, just kindly. I'm just kind. I was only kindly saying that. I was just kindly saying, just trying to politely say that people needn't fear you because of your loving demeanor. Cheyenne was born on Friday, the 13th October. How lovely. Oh, I am sorry if I'd upset or hurt your feelings, Heather. I am sorry if I'd hurt your feelings. No, if I had inadvertently hurt your feelings, I am extremely sorry. People only fear you when you're playing ice hockey against them. Oh gosh, that is something. That is something. You're going to name your first born gate. Thank you, Aoife. Thank you, Aoife, for your thank you, Aoife, for your kindly friendliness towards X. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, well done for your all your years in military service when you served in the armed forces, X. We applaud you and we salute and certainly do we value all that you did when serving, or for anyone who served in the armed forces. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather, right now I'll just give you a big hug. I would just give you a big hug if you'd said that. If you'd said that to me in person, I would have just given you a big hug. Thank you. You go way back. Now, I adore you too, Heather. I really do. I mean, who couldn't love and adore you? No. You may be live either on YouTube or Facebook for the organs. Impressive. Impressive, Tom. Impressive. It was X who served in the armed forces, not Tom, Jody. Not to worry, Jody. Not to worry. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Veg. I'm always up for any vegetable meal. Yes. And taking into account, speaking of vegetables, my mother is a vegan, by the way. So she'd obviously fetch you. No, Aoife, Aoife, you've never hijacked anything. You didn't. No, really, Aoife, you well and truly never hijacked a thing. You never hijacked a thing once. We have much respect to you indeed, X. Much respect to you always. No, always many hugs to you always, Heather. No, no, as I do know, I know only too well. Since I know only too well, I do know only too well that you believe in loving others and really utmost kindness towards others. You think we should slip Snapper some dosh to write a tune about all of my gates that I receive whenever Well, I wonder how well received the song would be. No, but if only there were more loving souls like yourself, Heather. No, really, if only there were. I know there are many, but if only there were more loving souls like yourself out there. Since it's something you truly believe in, thoroughly, something I would unsurprisingly 100% relate to, since we got to know one another. Well, oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you. Yes, and Louise in Worcestershire. Yes. No, I think she might be further afield of Worcestershire now, I think, but originally Swadlincote, as far as I'm certain. But thank you. Thank you, Heather. No, no, you and Louise are very close. I know that. I do know that you and Louise are very close. Hello to Jennifer. She does live far from me. Louise does. Yes, she does. Hello to Jennifer. Hello to you. Oh, but much sympathy to our Jennifer. since she's put through the pains of not so good health and living with now not so good health right now currently. She also has the stress of and a huge responsibility of looking after her poorly, dearly loved husband. So much love and sympathy to you always, lovely Jennifer. Heather is in Ontario. She's in Ontario, Jodie. St. Catharines, Ontario. Thank you, Sunflower. Thank you for your friendliness towards Jennifer. Oh, Harriet. Willa jumped on the counter and sat on top of your warm pizza box. Now the toppings are stuck to the lid. You're seriously starting. She may need therapy. She's becoming a pain in the butt. Oh dear. She's top. Now the topping are stuck to the lid. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Willa may need therapy. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know you're Alberta, Jody. I do know that. It's always a resoundingly large hello to you, always, Jennifer. Much love and hugs and much sympathy, always. You're not like me, really, Eric, really. I never knew that. I never could have thought you looked like me. Well, you've already seen what I look like, Eric. Topping gate. I think I was really more pizza gate because you said pizza box, Harriet. But Willa messed up your pizza, really. Naughty, naughty, naughty Willa. What? I've seen it, Jennifer. I've seen it actually. I saw what David put up. I did see it. I haven't commented yet, but I have seen it. You have friends of all walk of life with no judgment. How interesting. I honestly thought you said you were quite I was quite like you because you thought I nearly came under the impression I looked like you. You know, well, you've seen what I look like now, Eric. You've now seen what I look like. You know, well, you've seen now. Is what I look like, Eric, as you know. Full head of dark hair, roundish face, dark brown eyes, as you've seen. Really, Jody, you've been to Toronto and a few tiger places in Ontario. How interesting. How interesting. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you for your friendliness towards Eric. Thank you. Hello to Sandra. Hello, hello to you. I never say hello without giving you a big hug. I never would. But hello, hello to Sandra. And it was wonderful seeing you in the live on the comment section when, when I saw you in the live comment section when Duchess Blair was live streaming. Haven't you seen Sapper's channel, Eric? Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. You find me absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Life Happens. Some people, when I made an appearance with Graham and Fiona back in April of 2024, um, I saw somebody comment saying that I looked gorgeous, much to my surprise. But Eric, wait a moment. I'll be with you in a moment, Eric, if you'd excuse me. Uh, Eric, I've just put the link to Sapper's channel if you want to see it. The cave dance music. Oh, is he? I didn't know. Now that I didn't know. I really didn't. The cave dance music. I really didn't know. Until now. Thank you for reminding me, Harriet. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't know Eric knew of Sapper's content. Oh, Heather, thank you for your friendliness towards Sandra. Sandra Sandra is a wonderful new friend to have. No, really, she's a fantastic newfound friend to have, Heather, who I've had the good fortune in befriending since encountering Graham and Fiona themselves. Really, Deborah, gosh, you've got something interesting to share. You've certainly got something interesting. Gosh, very interesting thing Deborah had to share. Your great uncle Henry A. Weekle, born 3rd December 1889, died in France 1918, found by people metal detectors, brought back to the USA 2011. Gosh, I mean, gosh, wow, that is a tremendously huge but very interesting insight you had to share. Yes, it is a wow, Jodie and Harriet. Yes, that is a wow what Deborah had to share. How lovely learning you had a nice time in Ontario when you went on holiday there earlier this year. Sunflower. How very, very interesting. Thank you, Eva. Thank you. Connected to many. You love good people like myself. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. I look up and value. Could you ever ask you to request your audience to please remember your late fallen uncle via marriage, U.S. Army Sergeant Medic Christopher Kozlowski of Fort Hood? May we salute our Eva's late uncle, Army Sergeant Medic Christopher Kozlowski of Fort Hood. Support to him, we salute him, and thank him as we reflect the time for all he did when he served in the army and for all his years of service in the army. Is this the HG Tudor you're talking about? Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you. Thank you. You have his purple bronze medal and silver star. Oh, well done, Deborah. Well done for preserving it well. Well done. Very well done. And Deborah, if you didn't know, your little girl, Cheyenne, she had the same birthday as the late Irish centenarian Michael O'Connor, believe this or not. She had the same birthday as he did, as his birthday, like your daughter, was the 13th of October. Now I can imagine what an honor it well and truly is. Heather, you know. Yes, well done for your late great uncle's service when he served in the armed forces, Deborah. Salute and respect to your late great uncle Henry. I haven't seen it as of yet, Harriet. I've not seen it yet, but I will eventually watch the replay whenever I can. Most assuredly so. Oh, you was actually shocked when you saw me on Dave's channel, different vibes, but understand now talking with this, with this, but understand now talking with this well-mannered man. Thank you. Oh, have you got to go? Ta-ta for now, Heather. I will indeed, Heather, I will. Obviously, lots of big hugs and much unconditional love always, Heather. He was flown to Hawaii. He was only 19 years old. He got a big fan of it. Of it's on YouTube. Wow. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Llangollen Steam Railway. Don't know if I'm going to be in Wales this time next year. I really don't. I have been to Wales before. I haven't been for a long time. But if I was in Llangollen Steam Railway, because my friend's not too, I've got a friend, Little Dawn, who's not too far from Llangollen. Since she's Llangollen, I would take she's not too far from Llangollen itself, or the Llangollen Steam Railway itself. Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you. No, we'd always hug Heather good night, wouldn't we? Indeed, we would. Every time I'm on the live, I'm always saying, every time I'm on Sapper's live, I'm always Harriet State. I always am. And much to my surprise, Harriet said that myself and Sapper are both her favourite gents, or her favourite men, much to my surprise, you know. And we do some banter together, but we don't do it on a live here. But the only banter we do live, Sapper and I, are saying, is we call each other silly old dogs. I'd be silly old dog number one to Sapper, and I'd be the silly old dog number two. If this banter, it sort of works well in a few bits and pieces and all that. He says it to other people, Sapper. He's even said it to Martin. Martin, you old dog. It works well, the banter. It works well in a few bits and pieces. It's just the other banter, it went wrong. Sorry, you meant to say that he was flown to Hawaii and then buried with military honors, and it's on YouTube. You can watch it. You have a letter of apology from President. Oh, wow. Now that is a big thing to receive. A letter of an apology from a former president. You was lurking a little on my live today, Eric. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Deborah, thank you. Thank you for your friendliness towards our Heather. Thank you. Thank you. I've got to go. Ta-ta for now, X. Ta-ta for now. No, I know. I do know that Harriet Zappa always wants the very best for me. Indeed he does. Oh, well, for this late night live, I think we're going to finish things up in just uh, just under a couple of minutes because I'm quite tired as I've had a long day today. But hopefully next late night live, hopefully come the next late night live, I shouldn't be so tired. But thanks everybody all indeed for watching. I hope thanks all for watching. There will certainly be another late night live to come. Hello, Ron. We're just finishing off now. Thanks all of you for tuning in. Gosh, over 20 of you on here. Impressive. Well done. Shapa comes on your live. Oh, interesting, Eric. Interesting. Thanks everybody for taking part in this recent late night live. Sorry that we're not doing as long as we usually do, because normally we go for about 3 hours or so, don't we? We normally go a lot longer than this, don't we? Thanks everybody for watching, and I shall certainly see you in the very next live. Good night, and may your God go with you. Goodbye, and may your good wishes be bring you great expectations of happiness. Night, night, all.